riding something pretty fun today.
Yeah, you could say that, yes.
What is it?
It's a 1959 Ducati F3. It's a factory racer. They were built in very limited quantity, and they were designed basically for the racetrack. But they did use them in events that went on the street, so they came with both a headlight kit and a racing kit. I drove race cars for a living for 17 years, and when I was done with that, I had a really big need for speed, and it's very expensive. As you may know, some of the cars here this weekend are the type of cars that I raced, prototypes and things like that. So I went looking for something that I could touch the ground on, but that was pretty fast, and that led me to Ducati. And I've been in love with them ever since. I am very moved by the styling. I love the styling. And the designers that Ducati has used over the years have done a really good job keeping my attention. We have a number of bikes from a Cucciolo to a modern superbike, and they all have styling cues that are very appealing to me. This bike started as a dream of a man, and Phil Schilling was the editor of Cycle, and eventually he started out dreaming that he could have one, and then he graduated college and came across one, bought it with a partner, raced it a little bit, and then ended up owning the bike on his own, restored it, and it was parked in a cycle garage which burned. And against the advice of just about everybody, he decided to restore it, because without that, it was kind of the, boy dreams about girl, boy finally gets girl, and then boy loses girl in the most, unexpected, horrible way. And he decided to restore it, and in order to have a satisfied mind. He wrote a story about it in Cycle. It's a very famous story. So the bike is known as the Satisfied Mind Ducati F3. So if he hadn't have done that, it wouldn't be here now. How a motorcycle at all finds itself on the greens at Pebble Beach is a remarkable thing. So now, not only do you find yourself on the greens at Pebble Beach, but with a bike that was literally brought back from the dead, that is so good that it's good enough to be here. This is my first trip to Pebble Beach. It's so unusual to drive down the street and see things go by. I am programmed to assume that I'm looking at a replica. But here, I have to keep reminding myself that I am looking at the real thing. It's amazing. We're very lucky to be here. This is motorcycling. Who would ever think that motorcycles could find themselves here? It's incredible.